Hey everybody. Today is December the 3rd, and we are on section 2 of the informational text um, titled Drought Report. Okay, yesterday we went over the definitions of factor and effect. Okay, today we're going to go over impact in particular. First things first, our do now. What do you predict might be one effect of water shortages? So do you guys know what an effect is? Okay, an effect is basically when, um, for example, if you drive really, really fast, okay, an effect it could be that you crash, right? That you hit a deer. Um, if I drop a glass bowl on the floor, the effect of dropping a glass bowl on a hard floor would be that it would shatter, right? Okay, so the cause and effect. So basically, what do you predict might be one effect of water shortages? Okay, the cause would be water shortages. What effects do water shortages have? Okay, that will be your do now. It's no fill in the blank or anything like that. It's you filling in what you believe. Okay. Now moving on to the vocab for the second section here, impact. Okay, the blank of one on another thing. The blank of one blank on another thing. Okay, so impact to me, when I think of impact, um, it's like a relationship almost. Okay, if I do something, it will impact other people. Okay, if I once again, I mean, if I am driving fast, okay, and I crash, okay, it won't just affect me. It will have an impact on my car. It will have an impact on how much my insurance is. If I get hurt, it could impact my life and other people's life that would have to take care of me, things like that. Okay, so let's take a look at what they put. So impact is the effect of one thing on another thing. Okay, how does it impact something? Okay, who has had a positive impact on your life? My mother, teacher, friend has had a positive impact on my life. Okay, all right, good. Next word, I want you guys to fill that in. Excuse me, more yawns. You guys always get my yawns. It seems like when I get talking first thing in the morning, I want to yawn. So I apologize about that. Okay, particular. Okay, so particular, when I think of particular, I think like, okay, I'm going to do this and I'm going to be very particular about it. I'm going to pay attention to the specifics. I'm going to make sure that I I dot my I's and cross my T's. Okay, so be very particular. Referring to a blank item or thing. I would say to a specific item or thing. Let's see if I'm on the same. Yep, there we go. Okay, referring to a specific item or thing. At what particular time of the day do you feel most energetic? The particular time of day I feel most energetic is blank. Okay. All right. Um very good. Let me just make sure. Okay, there's no more vocab. So make sure we have the impact and particular vocab ready. Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and read, starting with here on paragraph 6. This is building on from what we read yesterday. Okay. Paragraph 6. All living things, humans, animals, and plants, need water to survive. Humans can live only a few days without it. Extreme droughts can have extreme consequences. Famine, without water, crops and livestock die. Often food shortages result. In 2011, more than 250,000 people died during a famine in Somalia in East Africa. The famine was the direct result of a severe, long-lasting drought. Refugees. Without enough water, people may be forced to leave their homes. In the 1930s, a series of severe droughts devastated much of the Great Plains region of the central United States. Crops failed year after year. Huge dust storms buried homes, farms, and people. The region became known as the Dust Bowl. Without crops, farmers could not make a living to support their families. Tens of thousands of families abandoned their ruined homes and farms and moved elsewhere. Disease. We need clean water for drinking, cooking, and bathing. When clean water is scarce, people may be forced to use contaminated water. The water may contain germs, harmful chemicals, and even parasites, insects, worms, and other organisms that invade and live in the human body. Using contaminated water makes people sick. At present, more than 3.4 million people around the world die each year from causes related to lack of clean water. Tragically, this number is sure to grow. What can we do? We can prevent droughts from happening, it says we cannot prevent droughts from happening, but we can take steps to plan and prepare for drought and to lessen its impact. For example, we can study weather patterns to predict when drought is likely to strike a particular area. We can limit the amount of water we use for non-essential activities, like watering lawns. We can take steps to recycle water, conserve, and store water, and keep freshwater sources clean. None of these actions will eliminate drought, but they can help make its impact less dire. Okay, alright, so now what is this section of the text about? This section is about, it's about famine, refugees, disease, basically effects of drought, right? Okay, that would be the main idea, the effects that drought has on us. Okay, now it says read critically. List one claim the author makes in paragraph 9. Okay, and the evidence that supports it. List an unsupported claim. Okay, so supported claim, we're going to go back to paragraph 9. So the author claims that we need clean water for drinking, cooking, and bathing. Using contaminated water makes people sick. At present, more than 3.4 million people around the world die each year from causes related to lack of clean water. Tragically, this number is sure to grow. Okay, so this is a claim that's almost like an opinion, right? Okay, the number of deaths is sure to grow. I would say that would be like an unsupported claim, okay, because we don't know that. We don't know if it's sure to grow. Okay, however, he does have some evidence, or she, I'm not sure what the name of the author is, that, when clean water is scarce, people may be forced to use contaminated water. I like this one right here, the water may contain germs, harmful chemicals, and even parasites, insects, worms, and other organisms that invade and live in the human body. Yeah, I mean, that's a fact right there. When we drink things that are not good, that are dirty, we can get these parasites. Okay, stretch. Some droughts result in thousands or millions of deaths. Identify and explain 2 ways that drought can become deadly. Okay, so during a drought, people can die from blank. Okay, I want you to look back at the text to get some ideas of that. Put a couple things right there. All right? Okay, so we will make sure to turn in page 86 and 87. One thing, guys, I want to make sure that we're doing is that we're logging in to student application. make sure that you are averaging 10 minutes. I know I've explained this before, but on Monday I will go and I will put in the dates. I'll put in the dates for this week, okay, and I can look at the average amount of time that everybody is spending on student application, okay. It needs to be at the minimum of 10, okay. Many of you are up around 15 or 16, and that's where it should be, to be honest. So I'm being pretty lenient on the 10. 10 is, it's by the time you get logged in and get some things done, you're pretty much done. But I want a bare minimum of 10 minutes per day on student application. Okay, and then also I'm going to check out, I'm going to check and see what we have done as far as reading. I think I explained to many of you in the month of October, as a class, we read around 100,000 words. This last month in November, we only read around 50,000 words. So that tells me we need to spend more time doing some independent reading and passing some quizzes. One thing that is not good, guys, is when you fly through a book or an e-read and then you don't even understand what you read and you're not passing the quizzes. So please don't waste your time like that. Make sure that you're and that's a big part of what the reading logs are for, is so that you can mark down some notes as you read so that you can retain what you're reading. Okay? All right, guys, have a great weekend. Let's get this done and let's have a great day. Thank you.